I'm Megan.
And I'm Stephanie. And we are
Barnbesties
with farm fresh advice for you. So we are here to impart the knowledge that we have learned over the years of building and running barns so that you guys don't have to have the problems and the misery and the mistakes that we made. Hope you enjoy our videos. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, right?
Right, and we hope to save you time and money on your new adventures.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Megan.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are
Barn Besties
with Farm Fresh Advice. Steph, what do we got going on here?
This is part 2. If you missed it, we did a part 1 talking about my bobcat and it was the hay spear that was on it. Today, this video, these are the pallet forks that I have for this beast. This is what I used initially, Megan. When we got this, we got the old one, the first one of this, with that. This is how I moved hay. Yeah.
Okay. Bad idea, people.
Not ideal, but I made it work.
It'll work. But
it worked.
This is like, I don't know, 802 in terms of college, right? Like to be able to move hay this way, because I have annihilated many bales with this piece of equipment.
Yes.
Spears are the way to go.
Yeah.
However,
this is what I had
from you.
Yes.
To move shavings on pallets. I love this.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
But this is tricky to use too.
It's very tricky.
Check this out.
They're heavy.
They move. And so then
they don't all come like this though, Megan.
Oh, they don't?
They do not. A lot of them come welded into place for a standard pallet.
But this one's cool because
you can
move them.
You can move them.
Right?
You can go as narrow.
But now how do we move them?
So
I go like this. And then you move them. And sometimes
you got to watch the pinch.
They don't move that easily.
Yeah.
All
you got to do is keep this lubricated. Yep. Yeah, a little WD-40 is all really, or any kind of like garage door lubricant, garage door track lubricant, anything like white lithium grease. I don't do anything too greasy because what does grease attract?
What?
Dirt, hay, dust, you name it. So something simple like WD-40 makes it easy. It is obviously easier to do it with 2 people, as we showed.
Yeah, and I love riding on these.
No. So we actually made a man box.
What?
We made a man lift.
Really?
To go onto these.
Oh,
we started with a really good quality, sturdy, newer pallet, and then built a box around it.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like you see on a lift, a scissors lift or a lift.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then let's see you hop in because we...
Well, okay, so let's talk about this.
Okay.
So we talked in the first video, we were showing my hay spears, didn't have this guard. This guard, obviously, if you're moving big items on a pallet, you talked about a big pallet of shavings that towers way up.
And it prevents it from coming down on you.
Yeah, this actually helps save your door, your equipment. Really, as you can see, this got bent.
This has been, and you got to be careful because I can tell you this little bit right here.
Yeah.
Someone has bashed their eye on it. I won't name names.
Oh my gosh.
So be careful. It does poke you.
This was not me, but this was previous owner. I don't know what they put through here, but it's very obvious it did its job of preventing whatever this was from hitting or going into the cab.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. It was very scary, but... So we talked about, obviously in the first video, I've got a door on here. So
you can't enter.
Depending on if you have this tipped back, I have it kind of level. It's pretty perpendicular to the ground, so there's room to get in here. But if you need to like leave it tipped back, rock back, it's even harder to get in and out because the door hits this. So I can shimmy in here. It's not ideal, but if you have it tipped back, then the door could only go here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, when you do that and you try to get out, you realize your mistake.
You'll turn it back on.
You turn it back on and you correct your problem. But still, the door can't go all the way open. And clearly, with the door, you're only getting in from one side anyway.
So let's see you shimmy on up there.
Come on over, Mr. Cameraman. There is not anywhere that is super ideal to put your foot.
Nope.
They did give you, if you come over here, there's one plate. And it does have a little anti-skid on here, but this is so old. It's pretty worn.
Yep.
So that is what I do. Again, we talked about 3 points of contact because it's a little scary.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let me see you do it.
No, I want to see you do it.
Okay, so I obviously right foot. I don't know if he's a little too zoomed in. Talk about where the hands go and everything.
Yeah.
So foot, hand, or here.
Yep.
Somewhere to grab.
You're going to hoist yourself up.
We're hoisting, yep.
Yeah, and remember, if you have bad knees, guys.
So I actually have 4 points of contact right now, but I am grabbing on for dear life. And then in I go.
And this is why
and then you do the shimmy.
I love her bobcat, because as you get up there and jostle around, she has a button to lock it, whereas I do not. So I have to get up here and I'm like stepping on it, or I use a pipe. And usually
leverage.
The pipe works, but then I
call it a pipe. It's called a breaker bar.
Oh, I call it a pipe.
But it is. It's a pipe that you use as a breaker because it'll break open things that are hard to.
Yeah.
I had a horse trailer that had anti-sway bars, and I had to use the breaker bar.
Oh, for that.
The leverage.
Too?
The leverage bar.
Yes.
Yeah. So same thing coming out. You know, is you try to continue your multiple points of contact. This is the non-ideal portion of the game. Gravity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of metal that can break teeth and
you can
bones.
trip. And
so left foot on that little bar. I do use my wheel. And
step down.
Remember when we were in elementary school playing on all the equipment out in the recess field?
Yeah.
And they were like, you're never going to need to know how to do all that monkeying around.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Right here. Farm toys.
You're crawling up in and out of things all the time.
Yep.
Even the UTV. Sometimes you're shimmying up into the back bed.
But more with this piece of equipment.
This is a shimmy. This is a shimmy.
All of its toys and accessories. I love all the accessories.
Yeah.
There's so many you can get.
So this is one of them.
Yep.
And again, we talk about some people love the fact that these move.
Yeah.
And some people hate it.
I love it. Mm-hmm. So I'm a lover of the movable.
I am too. Although here's the problem. So when you have this attached and you're driving with it, if you tip this forward, here, show me. Let's demonstrate. Let's pick this one up, or this one. Yeah. They will do this.
Yeah.
They will swing. They will swing like this.
Yeah.
If you don't have it tipped back to where their gravity is pushing them against here. Yep. And then what happens?
They're useless.
And then they'll slide side to side. So you'll have them perfectly set. And then they'll start swinging, and suddenly they're either all the way apart or all the way together, and then you got to do it all over again. So that kind of stinks. I think if they had a way to, bug
friend.
I know it's a lot of bugs. If they had a way to lock them into a certain position, I think
that would be
wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Is he gone?
He's gone now.
We have a lot of bugs. It's bug season.
It's our third summer.
It is. It's third summer and the bugs are out. And it's the little ladybuggies.
Yeah. The little Asian
all that. So that would, I think, be a cool improvement. And I don't know. I've never shopped for these since we got this, so maybe they have that now.
I don't think they do. I have been shopping, so
that would be a really cool way to lock them in. Because, like I said, all you got to do is make sure you don't have it tipped forward so that they're swinging. You just have it kind of tipped back while you're moving, which kind of has the forks up a little. Then you're fine because gravity will do its thing. Mm-hmm. Although bouncing around, as this thing does, they can bounce and spread and go back together.
And when you're picking up the pallet too, you got to be careful because if it's a little tilted forward,
they swing.
Yeah, and you can't grab it. So you got to make sure there's just like a little tilt back. But if you have it too much, you'll destroy the pallet.
Yeah.
So
been there.
Yeah, I've done all the things.
Yeah. So I think that's why they do sell them when they're in a fixed position, because that is a detriment. I think it makes things more difficult, but makes you a better skid loader driver.
I know. I prefer yours. I love yours.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because I've actually gotten pallets where the space for the forks, it's not like it's universal.
Oh no, they're totally different.
Yeah,
you can have wide, you can have narrow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then they can also be busted.
Yeah.
So then you have to bust your way in them, right? And then also, like, as you put them in, what I sometimes do is actually push against the pallet to really get them snugged in because I don't have a big area to put my shavings.
Oh yes,
so
you shove
so
them in
I
and
shove
whack
them over,
against each
and
other.
so I could either break the pallet, I could do it right, yay, that's what I hope for, or I may have, because it's hard to see and I'm short, have it above and I actually break open the shaving bags.
Oh no!
I've done that. I've poked that. I don't do that
you got
too.
A little friend.
Oh, hi friend. Bye friend. Yeah. So
it's not just me attracting the bugs.
I thought it was you, but now it's me.
See, look.
Yeah.
See, you see? I'm gonna walk up to the cameraman. And
yay for bugs!
Oh, there he went.
Bye.
Look at he was scared to be on film.
He was. He got shy. Yeah. So you can do anything with these.
Yeah.
Love them. Well, thanks, Steph.
Is he gone?
Oh no, you got 2 more. Yay. Well, thank you, Steph.
Thanks for coming over. So we're gonna have I think a part 3.
Yeah, we got to move on to the.
Well, actually, maybe 4 parts.
Yeah.
So I have a snowplow.
Okay.
That I can show.
Yep.
And we'll probably talk about that there isn't a snow blower option. But you have a brush hog.
I have a brush hog.
So we are going to show
custom brush hog.
So
yeah.
When I had one, it was also custom.
Yeah.
Because it was meant for a tractor. Blah blah blah. We'll get into that as well. So we're going to definitely have a little series here talking about the amazing qualities of owning a bobcat and the fun. Oh, and you know what?
What?
Maybe the bucket.
We need to show different buckets. Yeah, let's see your bucket.
So what do you have? I have a snow bucket. I used to have an industrial one.
I have a big bucket. So I call it, it's very technical, the big bucket and the small bucket. And that's what I have.
So we might have
got
quite
a lot
the series
to show
going on here.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
So make sure you guys hit the subscribe, hit the bell. I think this will end up being its own playlist if we're going to have that many.
Yeah, let's do it.
So make sure you check out part 1. We talked about my hay spear. This is part 2. On to part 3. Thanks everybody.
Bye guys.